All right, we're going to come to these live pictures. We're going to see them in just a moment. President Trump sitting and meeting with President of France, President Macron, here at the United Nations. Let's see. I'm just going to stop talking and see what we hear.
I saw your video, because I went last week into Macron, and the helicopter was Is this part of the army better than the rest?
Yeah. Thank you very much, everybody. It's a great honor to be with President Macron of France, who's had one of the great election victories of all time. I will tell you, that was an exciting evening. And I must say that I watched every moment of it. It was a very, very exciting time. He's doing a terrific job in France. He's doing what has to be done. He's respected by the French people, and I can tell you he's respected by the people of the United States. So we have a lot of things to talk about. We'll be discussing many different elements. I'm not sure we should discuss all of it with the media, but they probably know before we know. So I just want to thank you all for being here. I want to thank your representatives for being here, many of whom I know already. And we will have very productive meetings. France is a great country. It's a beautiful country. I won't soon forget our dinner on top of the Eiffel Tower, where we really got to know each other and our families. And thank you very much.
Thank you, Donald. Thank you, everybody. I will say a few words. I totally concur with Donald on what he just said. So I will just say a few words in French for French people here. Je suis ravi de retrouver le président Trump ici à nouveau à New York aujourd'hui à l'occasion de cette assemblée.
These are just the moments, these are the windows that we have to the likes of the presidents here and others throughout the rest of the week, as the world has really gathered here in New York, with some exceptions of some heads of state for the UN General Assembly. And so I've got Julie and Brianna and April standing by. And just while we're on this, Julie Hirschfeld-Davis, let me just ask you, we think of, obviously, France as a good friend of the United States. We think of the previous moments, captured on camera between these two men, the famous white-knuckled handshake. The two seem to get on quite well, though. And this is just one moment of so many that the president will have this week, his first, right, as president during a week like this.
Well, no question. I mean, their relationship seems to be a lot better than it initially did. The body language is much more sort of comfortable ever since President Trump went and visited Paris over the summer. They seem to really have a little bit more of a personal rapport, and they certainly seem to get along. They do have a lot of issues, though, dividing them. The
Sorry,
French
Julie. Let's listen back in. I think they're back in English. Hang on.
It was 2 hours on the button, and it was military might. And I think a tremendous thing for France and for the spirit of France. And people don't know what great warriors they are in France. But when you see that and you see all the victories, it was a tremendous thing. And to a large extent, because of what I witnessed, we may do something like that on July 4th in Washington, down Pennsylvania. I don't know. We're going to have to try and top it. But we had a lot of planes going over. We had a lot of military might. And it was really a beautiful thing to see. They had representatives from different wars and different uniforms. It was really so well done. But I came back, and one of my early calls were, I think we're going to have to start looking at that ourselves. So we're actually thinking about 4th of July, Pennsylvania Avenue, having a really great parade to show our military strength. We're spending this year $700 billion, more than we've ever spent on the military. And which is a good thing for you because we're friends, okay? And I think we really, we're looking forward to doing that. I'm speaking with General Kelly and with all of the people involved, and we'll see if we can do it this year, but we certainly will be beginning to do that. So I appreciate it. And again, most importantly, I appreciate you being here. Thank you, Emmanuel.
Thank you. And I have to say, just for American people, that our people in France were very proud to have you and your wife Melania in Paris, 14th of July for Bastille Day. And people were very proud to have you in front of them and participating to this ceremony and this parade.
Well,
so thanks very much.
I was proud to be there. And also, when Emmanuel called me, he said it's the 100th year.
Yeah.
In terms of timing, First World War, 100 years. And I said, wow, that's a very important period. So we went and really, I was very proud to say that we're very, very, very good friends with France. That was a beautiful day, and thank you very much. Thank you. Thank you, everybody. Thank you. Thank you very much.
Mr. President, what are your plans with regards to the Paris Climate Accords?
Thank you all very much. Thank you.
Mr. President, your plans on the Paris Climate Accords.
All right, looks like that's all we get. You heard some of those questions being shouted out about pulling out of the Paris Climate Accord. They're speaking to the French president, but looks like pulling the plug, lights out on the two of them talking. I've got Julia Hirschfeld Davis, Brianna Keeler, and April Ryan.